Hello and welcome to ERP Radio. Today we have a reverse edition where
Yeah.
I will be interviewing the beautiful co-host Jen Stewart. How are you doing?
Doing really good, Ben. How are you?
So we have a very interesting topic today that it's part of her upcoming book that she's currently writing, Law of Attraction or Vibration. So let's hear it. So Jen, the first thing I want to know
Sure.
is how did you develop this Law of Attraction?
Well, I'm a firm believer that every time you think a thought, it goes into an emotion, it sets a vibration to the universe, right? So whatever you think about, you attract in your life. So if you think fearful thoughts, you will attract those circumstances. If you think positive, loving thoughts, you're going to attract that. You know, years ago, I had a thought, and the thought was life does not have to be hard. And this was maybe over a decade ago. I had just read a book by Eckhart Tolle, and it was called The Power of Now. And the book discusses about being in present moment. And so I decided to journal my life and journal being in present moment and not focusing on thoughts of the past or future, and really record all life experiences that come my way. Well, the journal ended up turning into a book because I noticed that life was more easier, life was more breezier, and the right people, the right experiences manifested in my life.
And you know me for working here. I
Yeah.
actually have gotten accused by my friends that I take things too lightly. You know, that I let
Right.
everything brush off my shoulder. And you
You
know,
have
it's
to.
just like, that's how I live. So it's I
Yeah.
totally get it. It totally makes sense to me. So
Definitely.
my next question is, for the people who may not be, you know, fully certain of what this is, do you mind explaining this law of attraction a little more thorough?
Absolutely. I'm writing a book, and I call it Law of Vibration because we're all energy, right? And so I discussed that, you know, once you have a thought, it then goes into an emotion and feeling, sets out a vibration. And so there's so many ways to tap into this. You know, you can utilize meditation, and there's so many forms of meditation. There are some people that can't sit still for 10 minutes in the morning.
That's me.
That's you, right? So, you know, I always say there's a gap between each thought. Let's practice this right now, Ben.
Absolutely. Sounds
So,
fun.
Isn't this fun?
Yeah.
So, right now I want you to pay attention. And even if you have to put your hands out, and you see that space between each hand,
Yes.
sometimes that helps you kind of get into the now. So I want you to pay attention, you know, visualize a thought leaving, and before a new thought enters, stay in that space, right?
Okay.
So right now we're tapping into the present moment, right? So our vibration gets heightened. It gets more powerful. So whenever you get a negative thought, whenever I give lectures, I always say, whenever you have a negative thought, negative vibration, get into the now, because I promise you that vibration will shift. So let's talk about, how do we attract what we want? Well, there's all kinds of different methods. Some people use vision boards, and I love vision boards because it really heightens your vibration, because not only do you visualize what you want, but you feel it, right? And so when we get into that sense, we're heightening our vibration, our vibrational frequency, and the universe will bring it forth to us. So let's talk about sobriety for a minute. I have a friend who was suffering from alcoholism. And I said, what was the biggest, you know, gift in your recovery? What motivated you? And she said, Jen, I woke up every morning with an intention to feel the feeling that would be to be sober, to have what I want in life, have back what I've lost from being an alcoholic. And she said, when I set out that vibration, I just started healing. She said the craving for the alcohol went away because I started to heal myself. And by doing that, I attracted the right people that came into my life that supported me in my sobriety, and I attracted the right experiences. And that's one beautiful thing with law of attraction, because when you're in alignment with your purpose or whatever you want to set out to do in this lifetime, the right people show up and the right experiences show up. It's almost like you're in alignment, a very magical thing.
And you know, Jen, I've picked this up about you. You have a very strong intuition where, you know, if I came in after, you know, experiencing a bad night before, or I'm in a down mood or something, you always will pick up on that, come up to me, say, let's talk, and
Right.
give me advice like this. And you know, I'm one of those people that if I'm hurting or if I have a situation that needs work, then I'll always take someone's advice.
Right.
And you know, I've tried to
Thank you,
practice
Ben.
this before, and
Yeah.
you know, it's true. It's like you're paving your own road when something bad happens. It doesn't even have to be something bad. If you're in a good mood,
Right.
yeah, the law of attraction works too.
Right, exactly. And you know, people look at things where, well, you know, it's organic to think negative thoughts, or, you know, it's our human nature. Because life is nothing but a learning lesson. So if we have a bad experience, as long as we can take away, what did I learn and how did I grow, right? And we will find by being in that mindset, we're going to attract better things. We're going to break that pattern. And remember this, Ben, and to our viewers out there, remember, our thoughts manifest our world. So if we live in fear, of course there are those that are going to turn to drugs and alcohol to numb the pain. But if we turn to love and trust, I don't mean to sound cheesy or anything, but we're going to heal that pain. We're not going to turn to anything to numb it. So anyone who's suffering from addiction, again, at ERP, we have counselors on site 24/7 to answer any of your questions. Feel free to give us a call at 844-548-3407. Thank you so much, and tune in next week.